I honestly don't know how the insurance industry is going to last another 10 to 20 years. Listen as Dr. Bob Hartwig, the director for the Center for Risk and Uncertainty Management for the University of South Carolina, lay out the explosive trends for insured losses by decade. Incredible and frightening numbers.
So here's about a 45-year history of inflation-adjusted insured catastrophe losses, and you can see that in the last several years, the numbers really stand out. See that black horizontal bar that goes and it says 80s, 5 billion, 90s, 16 billion, 20s, 27 billion? That's the average annual insured catastrophe losses by decade. Okay, so that's the average annual loss each decade. So in the 80s, it was $5 billion. And by the way, look at that blip in 1989. That blip was Hurricane Hugo. If we were to have this hearing back in 1989, Hurricane Hugo would be the most costly insurance disaster in U.S. history. You don't even notice it now. Now, that was everything in 1989, but this is adjusted for inflation. So in the 2010s, the most recent complete decade, about $37 billion in average annual insured losses. So far this decade, 20 through 2023, we're at about $83 billion in average annual insured losses, and it's going to go up when we have all of 2024's numbers as well, probably up to the upper 80s. Okay, so we'll be halfway through the decade, and we're blowing away all previous records.